Hello everyone, Delightful here. I like the novel and the new, so today, look at this. Let's see what the indie world has for me and you. This is Halls of Torment Prelude. So this is a free game actually. This is a free sort of demo for Halls of Torment on Steam right now if you like. And I've been playing a little bit, I have about an hour in this actually. It's an action roguelite. Light because of the meta progression of the little statue here, I believe, yeah. I've unlocked two characters, the archer and the swordsman. Can you see the influences of Diablo? The look, the color palette, the character classes. Yeah. WASD movement, but you can move it. You can use a gamepad if you wish. It's an action roguelite, as I said, so there's meta progression present. That's the coin is the meta progression, and you can upgrade your character here. I haven't got any blessings yet because I want to show the base gameplay to replicate what it might feel like for you to play the first time, right? First time you use a swordsman, who I actually found not as interesting as the archer, as the, the not fighter, right? And the not rogue from, say, the first Diablo. The aesthetic is the first Diablo, right? Isometric, fixed camera, wandering around kind of sort of area. There's nothing really out here as of yet. Quests, those are just tasks you do. And you, I'm not sure what really unlocks. It gives you a pop-up, like, okay, that's cool, I guess. Let's show the game. There's gamepad support as well. There are going to be different areas. Oh, I guess I've already unlocked another area. Yeah, I'll show the view on the grounds, why not? It's like the caves from, say, Diablo. This is pretty much Diablo if it wasn't Horde Survival Action Roguelite. See, the command's pretty simple. So I can move WASD, move around, and I can left-click to attack. What you really want to do is right-click, so she auto-attacks, and then she'll attack. They will attack in the direction you fire in. These enemies are much tougher than the skeletons I was at. It's cool. I wonder if that lava will hurt me. I hope it does. I mean, poor character, but no, it doesn't. I'd like to see more environmental damage effects. There are present. There are like fire brazers you can find. Take that dark one. Okay. Now, enemies do have bump damage, so I'll show that here. Ouch! Yeah. And they don't... Okay, so when you level up, you get a kind of sort of blast wave effect around you, push them back, and then you pick one of four picks, right? Here's one positive change from, say, Vampire Survivors. That game tends to give you 3, right? The Vampire Survivor likes at best. They'll tend to give you 3 picks, randomized. This one gives you 4. So yay, more! I want 10% attack speed because that's 10% increase to my damage. Note the rogue is firing. She's dual firing, I guess, arrows, firing 2 arrows. Now, another cool thing is XP orbs and gold does not despawn. That'll remain there forever. You can also find vacuum pickups, which are very fun, and you can just get a bunch of levels at once. So you see, this character is actually very durable, very tough. Because I'm constantly firing, my speed is not reduced when I fire, right? That's a thing I wish they took from, say, was it 20 minutes till dawn? Or the demo 10 minutes till dawn, which was the demo of the game. But that game, you actively fired, and you could hold it down, but and there are different weapons as well, but what happened was you moved at like half speed by default when you're firing, right? So it was an incentive, to not always fire, right? There was a tactical decision to make. Here in this, I'm always firing, right? Yeah, I level up again. So what do I want? Pickup readies is cool later. Hit points, I barely ever get hit. I only get hit there to demonstrate what happens when you get hit, because there's bump damage. I guess I'll have 3% crit. Yeah. Those are random, by the way, and each character seems to get different variants. Like, the rogue she's flat out stronger than the starting swordsman. See, the stuff's still there. Give me money, give me XP. 9%, there he is. 9% movement speed buff. That's huge. And the fighter, or the swordsman, whatever they're called, can get one as well. It's only 6%, though, so she's flatly better. And then she engages at range. He's pretty much a barbarian. He's a big two-hander, and he can only attack, he attacks in a cone. But he has to be really close. So he's pretty much just slowly dancing around, circle strafing. Whereas I'm circle strafing, but I can engage at a further distance, right? 2% chance of not taking a hit. Yeah. Hit regen, point, yeah. So by default, you passively generate 1 hit point over a very long period of time. It's like, okay, I would like a reroll button here. That's what I was thinking. That'd be nice. Maybe you have to unlock that. I guess pickup range. Everything else is kind of meh. So with her, you want to group them up. So you circle strafe to group them up, circle strafe to group them up, and then use blast through them, right? Because her shots at pierce. Yeah, I will take 10% more damage. Thank you. I would like that. It'd be cool if maybe she attacked faster while sitting still, like Archer's Focus or whatever. They will come in from the sides. No, my camera is fixed. I can't rotate. I cannot zoom in, right? It's very Diablo-like in that sense. But though Diablo did let you zoom in crazy just to like look at your character. Okay, if you wanted to. So see, I showed a little environmental damage there. That won't actually hurt you, kind of wish it did, but you can knock over flame blazers and they will deal environmental damage a little bit. You can also break amphoras or, yeah, and get a little healing potion, which was almost wasted on me. The character will consume the healing potion even if they're at full, which is kind of a waste. Like, I either wish easiest they don't consume it at all, or better yet, they like give me a little potion belt like Diablo itself did that. You're all a big thing. The potion belt, you know, to the detriment of the game, have a bunch of potions they instantly heal. Diablo 2 fixed that by making most red potions and blue potions heal over time effects. And like you had the purple potion, which was instant time, which was rare. Anyway, Diablo 2 itself, a good game, but way too potion dependent. That guy was like, might as well just IV the damn things in him. I haven't seen that boss enemy before, which is interesting. Ah, and input the shield, nice. Now the shields will actually block my arrows. They'll still take damage, paradoxically. Like, it would be cool, say, if they didn't take damage when they blocked my shot, right? I had to like shoot them from behind, or I have a percentage chance they block it, so I'm like shooting them in the neck or face or whatever, right? Yeah, I'll take 15% attack speed. Oh, why would you not pick this? This is like a no-brainer. This is like awesome. So I want 15% more damage, and then, so it's 25% more damage. It's just spaced out a different way. Thank you. I would like that. You know, it'd be cool here if that lava actually did do environmental damage a little bit, and like there was like a moldus on your character from like the oppressive heat, and they fired a bit slower or something. Little things like that, right? To make each area different beyond just, hey, you know, it's lava-like kind of sort of, and the containers are different, and the enemies are a bit tougher, right? But you know, what's here is pretty good. I wouldn't show it otherwise. I dug it now in the game. Really, I like it. I like, and beyond just the aesthetic, the Diablo-like aesthetic of the game. You know, it's power fantasy. That's what these games are. It is technically, I suppose, an RPG, another flame. Yeah, that would hurt me to say. Wish it would. That'd be cool. I mean, not for the character, but it would be... Oh, do I want to be 18% faster? Yes, I would very much like that. I can also click escape, and in case I forget all my buffs and things that are going on, right? Remember, so I'm now 18% faster than normal, and I think she's faster. The archer is faster by default than the swordsman. Pickup range is increased. Okay, where's my speed? Range has not been increased. Damage has been increased a little. Movement, 5.9 meters a second. Okay, okay. There's the 18%. There's equipment slots as well. Now, this is not meta progression. You find loot off monsters, right? Off bosses. The first boss tends to drop a passive ability, so you sort of vampire survivor-like power move you get. Oh, these guys are already coming? The goopy hellhounds. You may have noticed, I think I mentioned it briefly, most of these enemies do not have attack animations. Some of the bosses do. Most of them just walk into you, which is, I need attack animations, right? And maybe a little bit iframes after you hit, because you can just stand in and take a bunch of damage. Oh, look at that! Kamikaze guys. If I hit them, what happens? They explode! I mean, okay, that's cool. More stuff like that. Or maybe like I could knock out those pillars that collapse a section of the wall or something. That'd be cool. Just reactive choices. Something beyond just, hey, I circle strafe monsters, they die. Right? Later on, there are monsters. You fight skeleton mages who shoot magic at you, right? So they're more of a threat. Because they can range you. Because range is massively powerful in these sorts of games. Anywhere where I can move, like, at full speed, going backwards. Oh my god, it's a big pile there. And I can move full... Oh, wow, these guys do... No, you're still taking damage. No, they do. The skeletons didn't with their pavises. But these imps, I guess, are more competent. Sometimes they're taking damages, maybe? That's cool. Not like that. But yeah, the way you win these games is circle strafing. Circle strafing and make sure you have the power before they overwhelm you. Would I like 10% more damage? Yes, I would. Because I'm already full health again. So, yeah, this is a tougher map. It's cool. As far as I know, there is no procedural generation present in the game. It's just whatever, like, area-wise. The area is what it is. You can just keep scrolling, I guess. Maybe it is. It didn't mention it. I haven't seen those guys before. They have swords, horny helmets. I'm not certain. Look that over. Do a little bit of middling damage. 10 is not very exciting. I mean, for the rareness of those things, they should do more. Have like an open lava pit I could knock them in. See, the speed's really helping though. But the aesthetic alone is interesting. I like it. This guy didn't drop yet. Now there are little chests and stuff they'll tell you to go get. And there's a power up over there I should probably go get as well. Go get that. Oh yeah, there are like slime monsters. Now I'm okay if slime monsters bump damaging you. That's like animate lava. Or like some goopy acid slime. I'm okay with that, right? Or like a spiky cacti that's coming at you, right? But if it's like a skeleton, unless it like radiates like freakishly cold energy, like Well, I don't know anything. Well, okay, that's kind of cool. That's cool. You have an attack move. Here's the thing, though. That demon has like really cool attack moves, and I'm feeling a bit inadequate. All I do is circle strafe, right? By limitless arrows. No. Okay, that's cool. So I got 2 bosses up because I haven't been going to get the DPS. So my DPS is faltering a little bit. It's a cool ability, though. I bet that fire's gonna... Oh, okay, go away, go away. Yeah, no. So their movements are a bit more unpredictable. I guess they move linearly, like that way or that way. Like these... That was nice. So this guy's interesting. Keep plinking away at him. Sending more damage. Have to go get that. Does he not have bump damage? He might not. Oh, you're still up? Okay. But the regular guys do. He is blocking. Nice. Maybe it was a stealth patch. I'll look on the other when I do the other zone. But maybe those guys just competently using the shields and the skeletons are not. Because they're mindless, right? Maybe. Now, I really do wonder if this is procedural or not. It'd be cool if it was. I think it's looping. But, or he's got like a magic shortcut I don't have. I don't know. Those M4s that have money in them, or sometimes healing potions. Yeah. You know, I was thinking something interesting with the ranger. Like, how many arrows are you carrying, girl? Like, ow. Okay, you can't hurt me. I want that. I need that. Plink, 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 plink. Yeah. Okay, I just gotta kill this guy. I gotta kill this guy. Because he'll drop something that will be very helpful to me. Like, I was thinking, like, how... The quest survived! Yeah, it's a little quest. I don't know what they do, but I've completed it. I want that. That'll give me some real power. But if I go get that... Ow. So you see, I just walk right through him and take massive damage. I haven't seen you before. Ow. Yeah, so it doesn't seem as iframes. Ow. I gotta pull these guys down to here. And then... Oh. And then... Like, obviously, I have no meta progression, so I'm not really intended to be here. I could have spent it, but I wanted to show what the base game was like. This doesn't seem to be a game you could win absent meta progression, right? This isn't, like... It's sort of on the Rogue Legacy track, right? Not a Horde Survival game. Rogue Legacy's not, but... You cannot... Most people will not be able to get anywhere near endgame with that absolute significant and very potent meta progression, right? Hades is a similar way, but not as much to that extent. Another thing trying to guide me over to there. These guys are tough. They got range attacks. They're nice. But it is engaging, even if it's somewhat simple, right? It's a Horde Survival game. They are simple games. Cool. Now, these three, the only ones I've seen in terms of the power you can get. I'd like to see more added. I'm sure there will be. So I can get random lightning strikes that actually hit really hard and stun. That's good. I can get this kind of sort of metal orb thing. That's kind of slowly orbits you and damages enemies. I wasn't impressed with it. Or I can get arcane splinters. I'm recording, right? God. I lose track of time playing the game, so I like it. And it's not just the retro aesthetic. There is some real meat here. If you're into Horde Survival likes, even a little bit. Arcane splinters shoots short-range projectiles in a vertical spread pattern. Vertical. Up. It remain for a short while. This sounds weird. They remain for a short while while dealing damage. I have to see that. I don't know what they mean. That's not... Okay. I create magic ninja stars that hover in an area and deal AoE damage. Okay. Alright, fine. I want more movement speed. Yes, more movement speed. Thank you. 19, 20, 22, 23. Was it? 18... 24 movement speed boost thus far. Now my... Ow. So this effect here is more of handling mobs around me. This power. See? I can't control that anyway, actually. It just fires, right? I do wish I had some... that had some more passive abilities, more active abilities that I could control. That's a boss, actually. Jesus. He's gonna kill me. That's fine. I don't expect to win this one with no meta progression active on the character. Beyond just I unlocked the character after my first run. Now I was messing around with my fighter. Oh, this area is interesting. Unless there was like a stealth patch. I did. Oh, no. That's fine. I fully expected that. I got gold. Gold is kept between runs. It's the meta currency. So I can pick my character. Let's pick the fighter because I haven't shown them. I see he looks kind of like the fighter from Diablo. Shrine of Blessing. Yeah, so I'm going to choose some powerful upgrades. Hit points. It's more movement speed. I mean, movement speed. Why wouldn't you? I'm now 10% faster. Huge. Spent all my money. But wish I was faster here. Going back to the old Diablo movement style is... ouch. Rough. Or speed, at least. So this guy, see... he does feel slower. And his attack... right mouse button to activate it, and he'll just... yeah. Feels a bit underwhelming, doesn't it? And he can't even double tap the skeletons. No, he can't even single tap them. He has to double tap. Alright, so I probably should have done DPS. But I like moving faster, right? So he feels very different from the... I almost called it a rogue, the archer. Who is 100% better. I was thinking a way to differentiate the characters more if the... yeah, 6%. See, he's flat out not as cool as she is. Which doesn't feel good. Right? My thinking would be, like, maybe the archer has to retrieve arrows, or has to find arrows, right? Like, there was a kind of vampire survival, like, horde survival game where you got, like, you had to capture, you got ammo out of, like, ammo boxes and stuff. That was interesting. I think. Or you found weapons. You found upgraded weapons in it, yeah. And I think, yeah, and they might have had limited ammo, maybe? Anyway, DPS, you can get more DPS in these boxes. And the idea of having to track down ammo and get ammo, like, say, Nuclear Throne does that, or Gaunt Valkyr does that very well. Game I've been playing a bit of. AoE cone size on him seems good because he has to be, like, right in front. Like, that would make the gameplay with the rogue, the archer, more different, right? Because, you know, archers, like, that was, like, the serious professional damage, you know, in sort of Renaissance medieval times, whenever they were using bows in mass numbers, right? Because arrows are very expensive to manufacture. The steel, hardened steel arrowheads necessary to penetrate mail, and some armor was very expensive to produce, right? Arrows were, they weren't necessary, they were used in war, right? So kings would massive arrow supplies and have feathers, and kept the whole industry to create massive amounts of arrows and mandate training for the English middle class, I guess you'd call them. But what I'm saying is arrows are very expensive, and like having to retrieve them or find more would make it more interesting and create a wrinkle and something that the rogue would really want beyond just circle straight forever and destroy things until she gets overwhelmed. Right? See, these are the Pavis guys. They're not so much of a threat for him; they should have a little more life. For her, maybe I'll do her again. I'll play with her in this area. See, it's a lot easier. 10% more damage. Yeah, thank you. I need to be one-tapping these guys. But this zone's pretty easy. It looks kind of like the caves or very washed-out crypts. Now these enemies kind of blur right in. These are slimes, I guess? They move somewhat in unpredictable ways. You want to group them up, right? Ow. Bump damage, yeah. I'm okay with slimes having bump damage. Skeletons, though, looks like they need to be attacking me. But they do... the slimes do feel different as enemies, which is nice. Some different movement patterns. See that slow regeneration? Thanks. 1 hit point. It's like, it's irrelevant. It just shows a speed up option as well. I've seen roguelikes, action roguelites rather, that have a speed up option just because, you know, it's a bit slow. Yeah, there's the first boss. The skeleton boss is super easy. He just slowly walks towards you. No attacks. I'll just try to bump damage to death. Like, no buddy, no bump damage from me, thank you. But you see, this guy, it's harder to gather XP with him. Because I need to pull these guys over to here. I need to be leveling to get my DPS up. Like, what I'd really like to see are active attacks. That'd be cool. I want 3 and... that's not so much. Even his upgrades aren't as good. Not as good. They're too spread out. I need them more grouped up for me. See, he does feel different, but most of that different is weaker, you know? And he's upgraded a little bit in terms of movement. Not that he needs it this early, but except for that little critter. But it's a game with promise, right? I wouldn't show it otherwise. Knock that brazier over. Give me that money. Give me the XP orbs. They do not disappear, which is nice. I don't think. I had like... what if, I was just gradually making notes as I was playing the game. I had about an hour in this prior to recording, you know? I hope they're going to add another character, right? The Sorcerer from Diablo. That was my favorite class. My favorite class, right? Because they actually had an active like ability they used, right? They cast spells, right? They had to find books and stuff. Whereas the fighter, the warrior, who's called the warrior, obviously it's horrible. I'll just take the damage and walk through them. So they also, not just the enemies have bump damage, they also have no collision, right? I can just walk right through them, like they're ghosts. If they're actual ghosts, that'd be cool. 10% damage, thank you. If they're ghosts, that'd be cool, but they're not ghosts. They are physically skeletons, right? I was thinking what would be cool is, say, if I could, like, oh, there we go. So I drop that guy, I got a spell scroll. Or passive fire ability. So now I'm feeling a bit stronger. That's nice. There are different variants of enemies, like you'll see skeletons with Pavis who can take more hits. You'll have right there. Dark ones coming in here. Yeah, barrels have collision, but enemies don't have collision. If enemies had collision, or better yet, I could like use my mass, like knock these little guys aside. Those are like little bony boys, right? That's just a skeleton. Strong barbarian guy, I could easily knock him aside, right? Knock him down. I'll take lightning this time. So, very nice. Oh, those little imps. Like, showcase the physicality of the character. There's a game that did that really well. Was it Soulstone Survivors? Yeah. Like, most enemies out, I don't think that game had bump damage. And, I guess, range. He swings bigger, I guess. Why not? He's a telescoping sword. We'll just go with that. Okay, starting to make some sounds now. Okay, well... Oh, they're scared of me. Good. These guys move in different patterns, which is nice. So the skeletons kind of mindlessly, because they have no mind, right? They're nothing between those ears, right? I can get those XP orbs here. Any healing for me? Yep. So, clearly collision is possible in the engine, right? Got stun there. From the barrels, like I'd like that on the enemies as well. But little enemies like this should be like dislodged. But you shouldn't walk through them. It doesn't look good. Super early demo though, so it's fine. But something you need to mention in playthrough, right? I feel incomplete if you didn't mention it, right? Some people might not notice it. Okay, now this guy, the Not Butcher, right? He's a more interesting boss. He actually has attacks. He's pretty cool. This is the guy. Okay, so he's gonna hit that area, right? I sense he's going to do something. I sense his dark fell energy. He's gonna do something really bad there, so I gotta get out of the way. And I would like 10% more damage, please. Thank you. He also summons enemies. So he's manageable absent any meta progression. The whole first zone is, I believe. Ow. Walked right into him and through him. But you see how much harder the swordsman has it than the archer? Like, active ability. I really want an active ability with this guy. Like, what I'm doing twice as much work as you would do with Vampire Survivors, right? Because in that game, literally all you do is drive. You drive and select abilities, right? Whereas in this, I'm aiming. Yeah, if I want to attack over here, I will attack over there, right? It's clicking for me, right? Because otherwise you can't just hold down the button in this, for whatever reason. And if all you're doing is clicking, might as well let it click for you. There's no dash, currently, or dodge. Take that. I think this hurt a little bit. So you're getting armored skeletons now. I need some souls, so I need XP orbs. Dark Essence, whatever he's taking from these things. 3 hits. 4 hits. No! Disgusting. So you see the relative power deficiency of this character relative to the archer. The archer deals more damage because she fires double arrows. She can do it at range. She has pierce. She's just 100% better than this guy. Again, there's like patching to do and balancing, but this is the first character you get, by the way. It just seems like he's crappier. You know? No one wants to be the crappy guy. You want to be the cool guy. That'll give me a 16% range. Yeah, that'll be nice. Oh, my DPS is such crap, though. I've never actually beat this guy with this character, and he's so much weaker. It's so noticeable. Like, it needs to be addressed. I mean, he feels like a wet noodle compared to the ranger. Keep calling her a different thing each time. Ow. Pavis, yeah. 6% movement speed. Yep, keep rubbing it in my face that the archer gets 9, he gets 6 each upgrade. So, and I think she's faster by default. You know, he might have more hit points, but who cares? If you're taking HP damage, you're doing something wrong, right? Unless you like need to run away. He's knocked the shield off. Great. The mages are coming. Great. There's a timer in case you didn't notice. The skeletal mages are pretty tough. They are the real threat. They don't home or anything, but God, my damage is such trash. It's really bad. I don't think I have the DPS to do this. There's one over there. Yeah, I think if I drop this guy, I might have the DPS for it. So clearly action roguelite, right? You're not clear in this zone unless you use either the ranger, or the archer. You know what I mean. The girl with the bow. Or you get a lot of melee progression on damage. Because the speed is helping me survive, but I should have taken damage. Gotta step up. Smart to go in there. See, there are little holes though. Ow. He led me a little bit. Nice. I have to drop this guy, and I remember when I killed her with when I killed this guy with the when I killed the not butcher with the not rogue. Much easier, by the way. Did much faster. He dropped the equipment actually, which is not made of progression. You just have it, and it helps you in the extent of the next run, the duration of it. So not very interesting actually, because I don't know how long this guy's gonna last. How, but not very long if we keep making silly mistakes like that. Right. Like I just wish I had an active ability. I need a little more, right? It's cool, but yeah, you did. Gimme. And it's different stuff each time. Helmet's 15% HP. Yeah, so that'll be 15% of 500. It's like 75. 10% movement speed, which seems like the choice. Yeah, I like to be 10% faster, thank you. That's the choice. Although, like, that would be so much stronger if I had a ranged attack, and I don't really. I mean, if I keep upgrading it, kind of, sort of, eventually. Sorry about that. That only deals 10, and that needs to deal more. It needs to hurt me, too. Alright, okay, another one of these guys. This guy's tougher, because he has a shield. That HP bar is his shield. Then he'll drop it, and I have to drop it down again. Ah, man. I need to work on the hordes surrounding me. Oh god. I'm still not single tapping those. Am I just doing it? Yeah, okay. No, I'm not. Sorry. Yeah, I'm still not double tapping the skeletons. 4, 5. Oh god. Yeah. See, I'm having to work too much. Yeah, walk right in. Brilliant. My DPS just is not there with this guy. I've done 20,000 damage in one run. Yay. It's not enough, though. It's never enough. Here's a level lurking on the ground back here, maybe. Probably. See, here's the other thing. As I'm moving, I could be doing massive damage with the archer right now. But he's just like, nope, they're out of range. Yeah. So currently, she is vastly superior to him. I wouldn't play him again. I'm just showing him off. 10% attack speed when I'm in range to attack. Which is rare. It'd be cool, you know, if I could, like, deflect shots. Those magic shots they make at me, like... Say you can nuclear throw. Or ground Valkyrie. That's really cool. That would feel good. I healed 1 HP. Why even tell me? Why even tell me? No one's building for... I mean, you can. There are, I suppose, sort of air quote builds for HP regen. It'll go from, like, you can get armor, it'll make it like 6, as opposed to 1 every god knows how long. Yeah, I'll just... Okay. Fight the hellhounds, I guess. Goopy hounds. I don't know what they are. Like... 50. Yeah, they only give you 50 hit points. It's something. Yeah, give me 50. Let me hold a few of them, right? Oh, the damage is so anemic. Oh, and the acid blobs are coming too. Guess what they do? Again, I'm okay with the acid blobs, and those guys have bump damage. That makes sense. They're just giant, disgusting, amoeba things that will consume you. Yeah. They've got me. I'm contemplating just throwing because I can't win this. The DPS isn't here. I got it for another upgrade, though. Burn, burn for 10 damage. Haha. I'll show you. Not really. Oh no, they overwhelmed me. See, there's no real iframes. That was becoming absurd. So survivable, but I didn't have the damage. Let's choose a real character who can actually do something. So let's go to Shrine of Blessing. Huh, that's generous of the game. I figured they'd do it for each hero, right? But no, she also got the 10% movement buff. I mean, attack range on her is incredible. Area projectile size. Yeah, she's just flat out better. Base pickup range. I'll attack more. Yeah, I'll do one more run with her. I'll show you the difference cleanly. Haunted caves. And I want to see if those skeletons with the Pavis will completely eat the shot from her. There are... There's a low res mode as well if you really like that. If you want the fuzziness of Diablo era. I don't. I lived through it. I don't need to see it again. Thank you. Look at that. Disgusting. Bye. One tap. Bye. It just pierces. The power level's obscene. 9. She's just better. Everything you can do, I can do better. 100%. Jesus. Normally they compensate the melee by having them do more damage, but or have the archers actually limit their have to retrieve arrows. But no, she's just awesome. And the character to use, you would use the swordsman precisely once, and then probably never again. Because why would you? He's crap. Currently. Look at this. I'm just standing here. Play my skeletons. The funniest thing is, like, skeletons in, say, AD&D First Edition. So you can play that in, say, the Gold Box games. Pools of Radiance, that's A&D for First Edition. That game, skeletons are flat out immune to piercing damage. So you can plink on them all, they do nothing. I've always thought that's a bit too much. But, you know, they're bones. They have no fleshy bits. You're shooting an arrow designed to pierce at them. How effective do you think that would be? Not terribly. I mean, you could do something. You could lodge in their spinal column. Maybe, I mean, to the extent that would damage a skeleton, maybe, you know, how are they animated, right? Do they have need of some kind of spiritual nervous connection? You think, like, taking the head off might not do as much, but damaging their nerves or their connections or their pelvis might, so they can't walk. And so you could do damage with them with a pierce, so I'm saying, but it'd be harder, right? These are all kind of trash. I don't know. 10% more damage is good. Interesting. They weren't doing that earlier. So there's some kind of randomness to it. Like, sometimes they'll block, sometimes they won't. I like that. It wasn't like that when I was just testing earlier. Cool. See, that went through. That hit it. Maybe it's just some variance to it. I just wasn't observing enough to see it. Why would you pick anything other than a 25% damage boost? Jesus. I'm guessing there's still balance to do, but the game's fun even in this stage. Just not particularly balanced. If you want to play anyone else but the ranger or archer. Bye-bye, skeletons. Your weakness is apparently bows. Jesus. Sound of clattering bones. Well, I think I'd just rather move 9% faster. That's pretty good, right? Yeah. Bye-bye, skeletons. They just melt. Bye. 3 dead. 1 shot. Yeah. Take out these gray oozes. What's in that? I'm like, mana potion? No. I found a vacuum this early. That's unfortunate. I guess that's what the blue was. I would have liked to save that. Though with this character, again, it doesn't much matter. She can just shred things. I do hope they do the sorcerer. That was my favorite class from Diablo. Like, even when I was playing the warrior, right? That's what he was called, the warrior. I always just tried to find new abilities with him and tried to find magic. Or use a bow with him or something. Just anything beyond just camping a doorway and, you know, tank and spank. Right? I needed more than that, right? So I was always like trying to get like wall fire or like utility spells with the fighter, the warrior, into the first Diablo. Because he could learn magic. He wasn't particularly good at it. And you'd have to dump some stat points into it. Which was, you know, probably the optimizer would say, don't do that. Don't do that. That's stupid. But I'm not a min-maxer, so... I mean, I always thought, like, if you're playing a fighter, you want some kind of magic, right? They wouldn't expect it, right? It's like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, right? Is he a wizard, really? I mean, he doesn't do much magic. He kind of just uses the sword all the time. He's just like... He's like a fighter who knows, like, a few tricks, right? And makes everyone think he's super powerful because he walks around in a robe. He walks around in his bathrobe because, you know, it's more comfortable, right? Armor is very uncomfortable, right? If you could be a fighter and just, like, shield yourself with magic, cast, like, mage armor or something, and not have to worry about all that clunky, uncomfortable armor, well, yeah, maybe it's not quite as protective, but you're so much more comfortable and your quality of life is just so much higher, right? There's more to life than just being number one, right? You gotta be comfortable doing what you're doing, right? Like, I'm sure I could play more popular games, but Ringblade, I haven't seen this before. Throw Ringblade in alternating horizontal directions. Okay. Starts with 2 blades per throwing cycle. You can upgrade these abilities as well as you kill more bosses. Throwing frequency is increased by emit count. Okay, I mean, the verbiage could change a bit, but okay, I kind of get the gist of it. Pew, 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 pew. Reminds me of the blade from Krull. Kind of sort of looks like it too. He's got like a, but it's like a fan, you know, for whatever reason. Such a cool movie. Awesome 80s movie. Dedication. 6% movement speed and 2% block base. That's just a chance to not take damage. I'll take more crit damage when I crit. That seems cool. The other thing's just buzzing around. Actually kind of distracting me. Because the eye's drawn to movement, so I'm drawing my eye to there when I should be looking over here. They're extremely distracting, actually. I wish I didn't take them. I'd rather not have them. Oh no! You've surrounded me, skeletons! I'll just walk through you. Because I have disgusting DPS. Bye-bye, skeletons. Bye-bye. Give me all my crystals. The pickup sound feels good, right? That's a very priming thing, right? Reminds me of a lot of casinos. The sounds. A lot of research goes into the sounds you play when you play the one on Bandit, right? I never like casinos. I like RPGs, though. This is a power fantasy, horde survival. You know, pretty casual RPG. I mean, you are shaping your character via character choices, right? In terms of what ability you pick. There is, nice, I'm so fast as I just dance around him. I'd like to see more. I like to put my attribute stats in. Things like that. More abilities. But this first zone is super easy with this character, as I think I've established. I just want to see how long I can go. It's probably like another half hour I could easily go. Look at this. Yeah. Unfortunately, if I walk over those potions, they'll just take them and do nothing. What a waste. They should put them in their pocket, like belt or their potion belt, right? That was a very Diablo thing. Get out of my way. Out of my way, Dark Ones. No. Nice monster sounds, though. Clattering phones. I have like a page of observations written up about this game, but kind of like zoning out as I play this. I talked about the arrows, I talked about potion belts, I talked about enemy collision, lack thereof, enemy bump damage, ever present, lacking attack animations on chaff enemies, some bosses have it. The imbalance of the rogue versus, I'm already on this guy, the imbalance of the archer versus the fighter, but that's, you know, again, it's super early. This is the free version of Halls of Torment, the Prelude, so, again. But these are present issues that need to be mentioned, otherwise they can go unaddressed, which would be very sad. Look, this is the thing's almost at, it's at 75% health right now. Absurd. Yeah. I can boost the throwing star. Yeah, sure, why not? It's not very interesting, but okay. Hadn't seen it before, so I'll take it. Give me all my crystals. Alright, I'm getting armored skeletons now. I was trying to think, did I kill the first skeleton boss? And yes, I did. I chewed through him like he was nothing. Because I already had my first ability. Look at this. Yeah, I do think, like, you could keep the damage of this character the same, but if she had to, like, retrieve arrows from corpses, that would force her to close, right? Maybe there's a chance of arrows mulching or breaking, right? And she had to find arrows in barrels or weapon racks or something. That's the thing in Diablo, finding limited ammo and finding loot in weapon racks. Different items I can find here. Wind Crown. 1% attack speed bonus for 5 seconds for each killed enemy. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I guess it will keep stacking. 10% damage. Oh, 10 damage, not 10%. I mean, they're good. I'll take the crown. That seems cool. Be cool if it was like, you have like a little clown. Clown. The cloud. It'd be worse. A crown graphic over her head, but you know, it's... Diablo didn't really have that. I had like 3 armor sets for each character, right? Yeah, it did. Diablo 2 was the one that introduced more changeable armor sets. Like, what you wear would more accurately reflect what your character had on, right? Diablo 2, some would say the best Diablo. I would agree with that. Not perfect, of course, but I knew somebody who played it like years after its release, decades. kind of wow, this is good, but come on, man. These guys are a bit more heavily armored. A bit slower, though. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it would be nice if maybe she got a damage bonus for staying still. Like, this would encourage her maybe to put herself in situations that are risky, to stand still for a bit more damage. To make movement a choice as opposed to just always constantly firing or moving. Kind of junk picks. I'll take the... Yeah, okay. So firing the shields off now. I'm trying to see if any of them are actually... Okay. You get lucky a lot for blocks. There's a chance of them blocking. And maybe the imps are just better with the shields. I like that. Okay, that works. There's something here. I'm just gonna leave because you left a hole for me. Not that it would have mattered because they, you know, you shoot right through them. Ah, the wizards. Take them out. Prior target. Easy to engage with her though, because they just melt under her. You almost got attack off, Mr. Skeleton, but you did not. It seems like the levels loop after a bit. There are no hard walls, they just loop. Yeah. I guess the not crow gigantic star can do more damage, I guess. Bonk. Close, but no. Never know if I think of anything I haven't. Let me check one thing. I did literally write up a page on this. I feel like I'm missing something. Just a dash. No dash or sprint. A jump would be cool too. Like kind of reference the Barbarian from say Diablo 2. That gave you Z-axis movement, going up, you know, the leap. Rerolling picks, barrels of collision, not enemies, yeah. Attack animations. Archer power buff. Yeah, scroll blessing. Yeah, I think I actually hit everything. Good job, mate. I can see what the windscreen looks like, because I don't see these guys beating me. I think I just threw last time when I wasn't recording just because I got, you know, it's like, what can stop me? Just keep murdering. Oh, destroying because they're undead. I've destroyed 1,510, well, now more, undead. Because cool. Walk right through them. Those guys can be a threat, though, because they have a ranged attack. These are all kind of junk. I guess more movement speed, then. It's junk because it's almost only slightly better than what the fighter can pick. It's like, oh, I have to pick what he picks, kind of, sort of? Yuck. I think those are big chunks of souls, but it looks like money with the yellow color. I don't know. Get another wave of this guy. Just think active attacking would add so much more to this. Force the player to pay more attention. Not zone out as much. I got another vacuum. That's 3 levels. 9%. Ooh. 25% more damage? Yes, please. I will take that. Oh, 10% more on top of that? Yes, keep giving it to me. And 20% crit bonus and 3% more crit chance. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah. 10% more damage. Yes, please. Thank you. I like this. Give me more. 20% crit bonus. My fire speed is, yeah, it's kind of, it's like never ending now. It's huge. Circle around, deal with these dark mages. Like a necromancer class would be really cool in this, right? Like, you get a bit of the horde yourself, right? There was only one game I saw that did that. What was that? That was, you're like a necromancer in a crypt. You don't have any active attacks, though. It's like, nah, that felt kind of, ugh. See, I've dropped him again, but he's just like the first mid-boss here. See, he'll drop like nothing. And I guess more ninja stars. I mean, that's kind of sort of the build I'm doing. So ninja stars everywhere, please. Just more of them. Which kind of incentivizes me kind of weaving through them. Dropping these little spiky bombs wherever I go. Bladed bombs. Just cheering them apart. Is the music going? It is going. It just kind of fades out after I've been going for a little bit. It's like, oh, you're still alive? Oh, we forgot to loop the music. It's super early. Now we're on the bigger guys who split. I don't know if I've seen acid ones in this current run with her yet. I'm gonna grab all these goodies. Well, I can just keep firing from here. Which the fighter can never do, right? More crit, because yes. Now I'm getting the demon dogs. The goopy... almost like hamburger dogs. That's what they look like. Look like hamburger. I think just walk through them almost. Ow. Hamburger doggies. Not quite. Like a mana bar would really help too. That's the thing I didn't mention earlier. Yeah. So like have something that feeds these things, right? Not just cooldown based. Have it mana based as well. So I have like an ultimate ability I could hit or something. More player choices. More options. Don't walk in the acid, it'll hurt you. It will not hurt the enemies though. It will not hurt the enemies though. It's like, sadness. Like environmental damage should be a static thing. Unless you got like the acid damage probably shouldn't hurt other acid blobs. No, they're cool with it. That's like who they are. They're cool. But, or it's like the imps have fire resistance, but not immunity, right? They're bigger, and I have one more of them. Okay, sounds good. I always like the sound they make. Like the dark ones from, say, Diablo. Yeah. The dark ones are pretty much kobolds, aren't they? Yeah, pretty much kobolds. But Diablo wanted to differentiate a bit from D&D, right? Do you see how arrow limits really change how this character feels? They have to be some kind of risk for her, for them. Now it's just sorry about that. So in the game you can really have, well, no, because I have to aim. It's not Vampire Survivors you can play directly with one hand. I can have a controller as well. It actually works pretty well, the controller. But I'm more used to mouse and keyboard, it's more precise. Just a level on the ground here at least. Yeah, easier pickups, I guess. I'm at the point in the game. I'm getting the red skulls now, they're a bit faster. Bloody skulls, I think, right? Mage is still the most dangerous, though. Like, you want to take out the DPS character, the ranged DPS characters, not the tanks. He's kind of tanky. Those things, they blitz at me, so they're a threat. Slow armor guys, not so much. Uh-huh. Skeleton King. Yeah, okay. He's the one summoning the Bloody Bones, I think. $27,030 something kills. So I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna want to take down the red skeletons and try to focus DPS on the boss. Yeah. Try to circle around them up. These guys are tanky. Take lots of hits. We're leveled. And more of them, yeah. We'll gradually plink some of those guys down. Maybe a limit to the piercing would be a nice balance for the archer as well. Like, say that it felt like it can only pierce one. I mean, it makes sense if you pierce a skeleton, right? Because there's nothing there. But maybe it shouldn't be unlimited pierce by default, right? That should be like something you can specialize for, right? Of these, I guess movement speed. Pile of money, okay. Yeah, it's the tanks. Yeah, ow. That's fine, I'm taking the hit. There we go. Just so fast. Oh! Blue Rogue Wizards, I haven't seen them before. These Zelda vibes, let them go. They teleport in. Oh my god, that's what those are. What's the word for those things? Legend of Zelda. I know Iron Knuckles are the knights. What was the name? Oh, okay, the game's starting to actually challenge me a little bit. I like it. What was the name for those things? It was like a silly name. More firepower, I guess. The wizards, you can kind of like phase in and out. Like, you can't hurt them unless they're blinked into this reality. Like, have like wands. But they never drop their wands, right? Oh, no, they're gonna kill me. Hold on. Hold on, wizards. It's mostly them, not Skeleton Knight. Skeleton King. The Buzzsaw Blade got him. 3,226 kills. Yeah, that sounds about right, what I was doing, not recording. The regular wizards. See, the enemy variety feels good, it's just I need attack animations. The mages are fine, because they're doing stuff. No. Ah, I see how they're grouping there. Now they're gonna pull me into these guys. Like, you know the enemy that's missing? Enemy archers. Like, that's on Diablo 3, right? The Satyr archers, too. Oh, those bastards that run away. Oh, those are good. Felt so good chasing them down. Remember, this is one where I chased probably across the whole map. Guided by the wind, increase your movement speed to 7 meters a second. Cool. Pretty fast. It feels really fast. Oh crap, that's a poor choice. Alright, go through. No! I did it. I made it. Oh my god. Only just. I'm dead now. Oh wow. I was able to just DPS through them. I cut through them like a knife through butter. Now I'm just kind of like trying to... Off-screened. Sorry, last minute. Yay! It's fun, right? Even at this early state, this is pretty cool. This is Halls of Torment, the prelude to the main game. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Bye.